the passage that we're going to look at is 2 Kings 24, verse 8. And this is a verse that came up to me when I was, I don't know, a teenager. I don't remember exactly how old I was at that time, but I know I was a teenager, and I was reading a book. I forget, the title of it was That in the Bible. I forget the author, something Potter. And he was obviously someone who did not believe the Bible. And these are examples that he gave to justify unbelief of the Bible. All right, and really trying to get others fooled into believing that the Bible contradicts itself. And he cited this passage, 2 Kings 24, verse 8. We read here of Jehoiachin, who is the king of Judah. And his father's name was Jehoiakim. All right, Jehoiachin is the son of Jehoiakim. And here we read of Jehoiachin, verse 8. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. And his mother's name was Nehushta, the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. Now, when we compare this account with the account given in 2 Chronicles 36, verse 9, we read of Jehoiachin. Jehoiachin was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 months and 10 days in Jerusalem, and he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. Now, here we read that he was 8 years old when he began to reign, whereas 2 Kings 24, verse 8 said that he was 18 years old when he began to reign. Now, is there a scribal error here? Is the Bible mistaken? Is this a contradiction? And the answer to all the above is no. All right, the account that's given here is absolutely accurate. So therefore, how do we resolve this apparent contradiction? And actually, the solution to it is very simple. Of course, once you know the answer to it. Doing the study and trying to resolve it was not easy. But we read in 2 Chronicles 36, verse 6, and also 2 Kings 23, verse 36, that Jehoiakim reigned for a total of 11 years. And then he was deposed by the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. All right. And Jehoiachin, you see, would have become a co-regent with his father after the first year of his reign. All right, Jehoiachin was a co-regent with his father. He was reigning with his father. All right, you have two kings over Israel. All right, now his father was still the dominant king, but Jehoiachin's reign began in the second year of his father. All right, and he would have been 8 years old when he began to reign. And he reigned for 10 years with his father until his father was deposed by Nebuchadnezzar. And therefore, Jehoiachin was 18 when his father was deposed, and he became the sole king. All right, he became the only king at that time. So you see that once you understand a little bit of the history of Jehoiakim and Jehoiachin, that there is no contradiction. All right, he was a co-regent with his father in the second year of his father's reign, and 10 years later he would have been 18. All right, so that is how you resolve that apparent contradiction. All right. Now I'm going to offer you one more, and this too is a very interesting one. Okay, the other example is found in 2 Kings 8, verse 25, where we read of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel. Israel is the northern kingdom, whereas Judah was the southern kingdom. And we read in verse 25, in the 12th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, did Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, begin to reign. Now, the apparent contradiction comes in when you read chapter 9, 2 Kings chapter 9, verse 29, where we read, and in the 11th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, began Ahaziah to reign in Judah. Now, how do you reconcile that? Is it the 12th year or the 11th year? And the fact is, Judah and Israel had two methods of dating. One, Judah had what you call the accession year system. Israel reckoned the year according to the non-accession year system of reckoning. All right, non-accession means that they start counting that year. The accession year system counts after one full year. You see, so actually, the 11th year is the same as the 12th year when you put it on the chart. All right, they will line right up. All right, so actually, the 11th year is the same year as the 12th year. It's just that one is counting after one full year, and one is counting that very year that Ahaziah began to reign, according to Jehoram's reign. So we see, again, there is what appears to be a contradiction, what appears to be what scholars sometimes call a scribal error. There is no scribal error, right? There is nothing wrong in these accounts at all. There is no contradiction. But many times people look at these accounts as a contradiction simply because they don't either realize the history behind the passage, they don't compare scripture with scripture, or they just don't know how the difference in dating methods that were used in Judah and Israel at that time.